It's Sunday, February the 3rd. Exactly 1 week ago from today, I started the DVD online learning program for the DNR system, the Dynamic Neural Retraining System. And I am extremely happy to report I've had some incredible results in the first week. In a previous video, I reported that there was someone who came near me with perfume and I didn't even smell it. My sense of smell is normalized, and what's incredible is I'm beginning to smell chemical smells like perfumes or hair products, things like that. Once they would hit me so hard and I just about run from them because I know my body would have a reaction to them. Now, actually, they smell nice. Not that I would start wearing them because I still don't particularly agree with the use of them because I know too much about how toxic they are. But I can enjoy the smell of them. That's a big deal to me. So I've had a whole lot of successes this week, and part of my job is to record these successes and to really be able to look at them and remember them, okay? So in my closet here, where I do a lot of my practicing, I have a wall full of great things. I'm going to read some of them. All right, so clearer brain. Actually, this one seems silly, but I smelled asparagus for the first time, like just a smell. I don't remember smelling asparagus. Crazy, right? I started swimming laps in the pool, and first of all, it was 10 minutes, then I was up to 20 minutes, and then I did 25 minutes Friday after doing 15 minutes on a recumbent bicycle. I haven't been able to exercise. This is incredible. Incredible, incredible, incredible. My adrenals just wouldn't handle them, and now they can. And that was doing about an hour and a half of exercise with Scott in the pool. So I did a lot, okay? So I had a very emotionally charged conversation with someone, and I stayed calm. It didn't rev me up or charge me up. The kids praised me. They're almost in tears, telling me, "Oh, Mom, I love this." The other morning, I started to feel very challenged by something, and instead of just getting upset and ruining my entire day, I stopped. I recognized it was an issue. I immediately went through my brain exercises and addressed it, and about 15 minutes later, came back downstairs and was calm and had an incredible day. And later that day, Scott was almost in tears. He said, "I really love what you're doing." So, makes me feel really special. Part of this is a controlled, where I actually start reintroducing things on a very controlled, small, minimal exposure level that have been known to cause reactions for me. And so I decided I wanted to start with dairy, because food, chemicals, mold, and then emotional situations really put me in a fight or flight. So I'm working out of the fight or flight. That's what I'm doing. I'm training my brain, remapping it to break out of the fight or flight, and so that I remain calm. And so I had a ton of dairy, and I didn't have any reactions. So that's a big deal to me. And I'm still challenging myself with the dairy. It wasn't like you just challenge one time and it's over with and you're done. I'll continue to do that, and I'll move on to more things through the week. I actually had one day where I wore some clothing that was in a house that I knew had chemicals that were bothering me. And I hadn't worn these clothing for months. And I actually could feel myself starting to respond, starting to have a reaction, and I was able to address it and totally break out of it. That was incredible, incredible. I'm sleeping deeper. I'm dreaming more. Like mental dreams. Like I can think more in the future, and I'm more excited about positive events and things that I can see myself doing in the future. And I'm remembering more positive memories. It's like I've had a block, and I haven't been able to remember positive memories in my life. I just remember the hard things we've gone through, and that's getting over with. Yay! And so one day, I actually was at the college with Ariana, and she was taking a test, and I had to go pay for this test. So I go up to their counter, and I get in a line, and there's a guy in front of me, like a 20-year-old, handsome Hispanic guy, and he is bathed in cologne. And I literally mean bathed in cologne. And that would have set me off, but what it did is I went, "Whoo, he smells really good. I'm gonna stand here and see how I do." So I did fine. I stood there for about 5 minutes while he finished his thing, and he left, walked away, and for the next 5 minutes, he still permeated all around me. That's how much cologne he had, and I didn't have a reaction. That's huge. Went to the pool. Oh, went to church today. Okay, so here's my one I want to always remember. All right, I'm going to set this back down. Okay, so go to church, and it's Ariana and I, we're in the worship service, and we walk in, and there's not many people there, and then people load in like they're sitting all around us, and I begin to smell perfume, cologne, body care products, hair products, and Ariana's got some in her hair too, and I'm smelling it as well, and before I know it, I'm kind of permeated it all around it, and I feel my body starting to be challenged by this, and so I start going through my steps, and luckily at this point we're all standing up worshiping the Lord, and so even though my hands are going up for various reasons, I'm just worshiping the Lord according to everyone else, and I'm not embarrassed. I'm doing what I need to do. So part of this is you go into a state where you're visualizing certain things, and I can't go into all of this because you just have to do the boot camp. But let's just say there is a powerful part of watching people do something that you are learning to do, and it helps the neurons to wire together and to heal. And so I started going through this process, and in this process, I'm singing. And I'm singing and worshiping, and I'm seeing myself up there doing this, and it's a really great, awesome thing. And I finish, and it becomes very emotional, a very, very emotional thing for me, and I'm crying, I'm in tears, and we sit down, and there's a grandpa and granddaughter sitting right in front of me, and grandpa turns around and says, I have to tell you, I really enjoyed listening to you worship. And the granddaughter looks at me and says, you're really good. Okay, well, that was a God thing, but I just wanted to say it was a proving to me that this is really working, because my fight or flight has definitely controlled a lot of what I could do and not do when it comes to singing. So anyways, that may not make a lot of sense until you've actually gone through the program. Once you've gone through it, you understand the boot camp and you understand the whole remapping and rewiring and neuroplasty of a brain, then you'll say, oh, that was really good. So, but I don't want to forget it, because it was an incredibly amazing moment, and I started just bawling and crying even more as I know my brain is healing. It is healing, 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 and I am moving forward in a positive way, and I am so grateful. Share again soon.